I've been wanting to make this video since June 9th. Why? Because June 9th this year, I celebrated my 10th year surgiversary for my weight loss surgery. I had a mini gastric bypass in 2014, 9th June, which apparently is wedding anniversary. Basa tumezeka tukumbukage hizo. Yeah, so I had weight loss surgery 10 years ago. It's something that I had not planned to do. I was going to India to be treated for something else. I had a very big hernia, and when we researched, I decided to go do it in Delhi. And so when I went to Delhi, I was 96 kilos, 4 kgs to Gashao. Gashao is a baby cow, yeah. And I thought to myself, you know what? Let me get rid of this weight. And the only thing I knew, Leanne stopped talking about it. Yeah, I was 4 kgs to a baby Gashao. So I had researched and I wanted to do a mini gastric bypass. But after I met with a bariatric surgeon, they told me that it's not been around for more than 5 years. So let me do a mini gastric bypass. And as they were doing the hernia, they will also do it together. So I went ahead, did the mini gastric bypass, and stayed in India for 3 weeks. Oh God, it was the hardest. You can imagine in India with butter naan, the things I like, butter chicken, mutton roga josh. I remember there was one day I went to the mall. Nililia chakula. I was seeing people there with butter naan and chicken curry. But I made it. I came back after 4 weeks. I'd lost 11 kilos. I think in 2014 I was 29. Yes. And so I continued my weight loss journey. The good thing about it is that for me, I wasn't that old, because the older you get, the elasticity of your skin is less. Also depending on genetics. So I was exercising and losing weight. And eventually, after 6 months, I plateaued at 66. And that has been my weight for the last many years, 66 kilos. If I add a bit, 67. If I go into running, which I do like during my marathons, I will go up to 64. And so it's been a journey that I can say was, in terms of being vain and fitting my clothes, I'd say it was worth it. How did I get to 96 kilos? I got to 96 kilos. I normally have been 63, 65, 66, 67. But when I met Mike and was going through a divorce, I didn't want to complicate the scenario by getting pregnant. So I thought to myself, the only way to do it is to get an Oplant. So an Oplant is a family planning tool that you use, and then it releases hormones slowly for 5 years. But on my first year, when I went to the doctor to see the doctor after 6 months, the doctor was like, okay, my friend, you need to remove it. You've added 7 kilos in 1 month. So we said, let's give it time and see. On the second appointment, was like, no, 12 kilos, we need to remove it. But the doctor, again, I was like, sadly, you'll have it for the next few years. And so the way to continue piling. And also, you know, your Mike is going to divorce, I'm meeting the kids. I can say, you know, you start just say, you know what, I'm 70, I might as well eat. I remember the cake that used to be at cafe, it used to be called chocolate cake. I'd eat a whole piece of cake, you know. So it just spiraled. I would lose 10, add 15, you know. So when I did the mini gastric bypass, I was able to maintain it by exercise. And I also knew that for me, I never ever wanted to feel like that again. I love clothes, I love looking good. Trust me, guys, even when I was 96, I was still looking hot. I remember I started a shop called This Is My Curve, and it was at TRM Mall. Eventually, I started exercising the lifestyle, I maintained my weight, and I've never had to worry about weight for the last 10 years. So for me, I eat everything and anything, just in small amounts. If I feel like I want to have fries, I'll have fries, but in small amounts. I don't deny myself anything. I'm not big on sugar. Sugar is that one thing that if I do, it will make me have a running stomach. So I'm not big on cakes or sugary stuff. I don't do soda. I don't do burgers. Also, growing up just eating normal food, as in my type of food is, my weakness is chapati. I eat more food, matoke. I used to love chips, no longer, I don't love chips that much, but unga, hey, chapati. But the name mwenye hapendi chapati si ni mchawi. Anyway, so this year, I noticed that I started adding a bit of weight, which came about because of my autoimmune condition, because of the many drugs that I've been taking. And I think it was 6 months ago, I realized, oh my God, I'm past 70. So I was 71. I'm working on it. Currently, right now, I'm losing it because I'm going through some medical changes. But I can say a few things that if there's any person out there thinking of having weight loss surgery, I want to remind you something. It is a tool. It is just but a tool. So you have to eat healthy, you have to exercise, you have to be careful in terms of alcohol. I remember before my mini gastric bypass, I was those girls who would have a whole bottle of whiskey. And then mini gastric bypass made me just to have 3 doubles of gin. Hey. And ni masaa ya kwenda nyumbani. So before that, I was that girl. I used to, naangusha Johnny Walker Blue. Alafu tunafanya takila. Mtu anakumbuka siku takila ilikuwa blue, red na green, alafu inakishwa moto. Alafu tunachukua, but after hiyo, during my masters, kenda chini kidogo. But anyway, everything, you can't, you have to sacrifice something. So anyone who's thinking about doing a mini gastric bypass or a weight loss surgery, then you can do a full gastric bypass depending on how big you are. You can do a sleeve, you can do a mini gastric bypass, and so I don't even know what they are to nowadays really. But one thing I'd say for women, say the truth. Don't lie to people and start telling them about how you eat. You eat carrots and you measure your food. I said it. I have my pictures. I said it. I've lived my truth. Other than not being able to drink as much, also, I'll never have the same strength. That one for sure, guys. I'll never have the same strength. Oh, when I was 96 before the bypass, guys, I was strong. I would be the girl who gets home from work, take care of the 7 kids, clean the house, I have OCD, sleep at 3. My energy levels are just not the same, but I've learned to adjust. What else? Lose skin. For people who lose weight and you lose drastically, you can imagine I was 96, so I lost 30 kilos and I was now 96. So you have loose skin. So depending on how big you are, loose skin is there. The younger you do it, the better, because then the elasticity of your skin is great. So I always advise, if you want to have children, or if you still are not there yet mentally, just take a break, because the increasing losing the elasticity of the skin becomes hard, and you end up, even if you've seen them on TV, people who have lost a lot of weight, then you have to have plastic surgery and they have to cut parts of your skin, or you have to wear layers of clothes like body shapers to just put your skin together. I personally, it wasn't that bad. I lost all my weight. I went to Dr. Tillman when I was 66. I had a small pouch. He cut it off. That is all Dr. Tillman did. I didn't feel like I needed to do the arms, because also don't forget their marks. There are marks that are there, and the good thing is that Dr. Tillman used the line, the CS line. So that was it. And then did he do some lipo? No, maybe a few years later. Yeah, I'm turning 40 next year. Definitely there'll be some panel beating. Don't worry about it. But yeah, so that's how I remember my 10 years anniversary. Yes, I am struggling with an autoimmune condition. I know because of the drugs I take and the pills I take that I'll be up and down. But I have a trainer. For me, training is a must, not only for my mental state, because of my condition. My condition can really work on your mind. So for me, in terms of my mental health, I exercise. I have noticed now that I'm turning 40 next year that I can't eat the way I want. I have to be very careful. Number 3, definitely alcohol. If I take 4 doubles of gin and 2 shots of Don Julio, it will take 3 working business days to recover. So before I do those things, I think twice. Yeah, and that's my 10 years surgiversary. So anyone who's out there and feels like they're that stage in their life when they're ready to do it, I always say, if I was 50 kilos heavier, if I was 90 kilos heavier, I'm that person who's not going to start exercising and lose weight to take 2 years, 3 years to do it. I'll go to have my weight loss surgery and maintain it. Like I said, it's a tool, there's no magic, and you have to maintain it. And I also think for our own health, because all these diseases, why they allow you to do gastric bypass or bariatric surgery, even in other countries, NHS, in the US, in the UK, is because there are other comorbidities. When your BMI is above 39, you have high blood pressure, you have diabetes, you tend to have sleep apnea. So then you even cost the government more in terms of taking care of you as you age. So for me, for anyone out there willing to do it, I am an example. I have done it. I can say this year is the first time I was past 70. I was traumatized, and then I went to India. The other day I was 74. When did you go? 74. The last time I went to Dubai, I was 74. Yeah, so you just keep watching. You just have your limits. For me, my limits is really, to be honest, 65, 66, 67 there. I know it will change, but I'm always watching, and I always exercise and eat healthy. For me, I'll tell you, greens are not my thing. I'll have a green smoothie. No one is taking my coffee away. I'm sorry, everyone has their thing. Chapati, ayo ni lazima. Other than that, I eat normal food. I don't drink as much. I enjoy exercising. I enjoy hiking, and I love looking good in my clothes. My clothes are my investment. Like I say, I don't buy plots, land, but I buy clothes. I like looking good and feeling good, which also helps me with my introvertness. In terms of struggles, I forgot. I will say with all honesty that I am maybe among the few, maybe 99% of people who've had bariatric surgery that have not had a lot of complications. Others may tend to not be able to put down anything down their throat, so the stomach is too small, and so they end up vomiting and agitating. I've not had gallstones. Gallstones is one of the big things that people have. I've not had gallstones. In terms of minerals, you do realize, because they're bypassing some intestines, that you don't absorb everything. So you find that you have to check your minerals, and I personally haven't had any struggles other than vitamin D3, which everyone has. So you have to keep checking your minerals. And another thing is, it is a tool. It can get addictive. Okay, so when you do have drastic weight gain, let's say 100 and used to be 60, don't think the doctor will just agree to have bariatric surgery on you. You have to have a BMI above 39. You have to have other comorbidities. Like I had a hernia, I had high blood pressure, I had a very, very hard likelihood of having a difficult pregnancy. And also, when you do lose that weight, like when I reached 66, and that was it, I didn't obsess to go to 50s and 40s. Like, it also takes loving yourself for who you are. And one thing about having bariatric surgery, that's why it is advised to also have psychotherapy before it. I didn't have, because I was in India and I had a very short time. Here in Kenya nowadays, we have doctors. What I mean by psychotherapy is they have to take you through the process before you actually do the surgery. Because at the end of the day, most of the times you lose the weight, but when you look at yourself in the mirror, you're always seeing that fat girl. So, you have to change your mindset. So it's a matter of also changing your mindset and being comfortable in the body that you are in. We all have different frames. Like I myself don't have a small frame. I have a medium built frame. So I know I will never be the girl who weighs 54 kilos. I think in class 8 I was 54 kilos. So yeah, in class 8 I was 54 kilos. So accepting yourself and accepting who you are, if I am below 60, God, last year when I was very sick, I was 58, I look malnutrition, I look sick. So everyone needs to appreciate their body type. And as you do these things, be informed, do your research. I always say, before you go to the doctor, do your research, know what you're doing, go to a legit doctor. Please don't go and look for cheaper. You know, like now these people ask me, should I go to India? I say, guys, no. You know why? Because aftercare, then there were no bariatric surgeons here. Now they are here. So the aftercare will be better. You'll be able to have pumpkin soup. I was there having dal soup. You know, guys, it was aftercare here is better. Being able to talk to your doctors in case of anything, in case of pain. Other people are not able to put anything down their throat for weeks, and that's not good because you're missing on minerals, you're getting weaker. So nowadays we can't have these surgeries here. We have good doctors, but please be informed. At the end of the day, you're in charge of your body. You don't leave your body to someone else, and ask as many questions as possible. So I'd like to end this video by saying that bariatric surgery is a tool. It's not magic. You have to understand what comes with it. Do your research. Excess weight, if you will need to do aesthetic surgery after that, remember that it's painful. Remember that you will win some and lose some. Like I said, for myself, I had a small pouch. That's all I said to get rid of. I didn't mind my butt hands, my butt wings, but over time I exercised. Exercise became a lifestyle for me. And whenever you feel like we all know ourselves. You feel like you're bordering on the, wanting to be too skinny or not too comfortable in your body. Remember, talk to someone, talk to therapists. All bodies are valid, and sometimes our body issues are not from us, but from the things we see, from the people who are around us. And I just want to say all bodies are valid. But most of all, ladies, I'd like to say, let's not body shame each other. Say the truth about your journey in terms of your body. Don't lie to others. I've never lied about it. You'll see photos. I'll try to get nooks and here and there in photos. I know Mike has a lot. Everywhere we go, he tells people, do you want to see what he looked like? Yeah. So, and he was the same. Actually, people used to call us baby elephants. Hey, mapenzi wewe. Baby elephants. Hey, likapali kambia boss ko peke yako. So yeah, say the truth, be honest, and there's no point of lying, because there can be someone somewhere dieting, keto diet. I don't know, others intermittent fasting. Things that are not sustainable. And for those who do it, it's well and good. I can say for me, it has never worked. All I do is everything, but with limits. And whenever I've done it, I know. Like 74, niliona nimezidi. But sasa nimerudi hivi kidogo, and I hope as I get better and go back to healing, Mosoti, I'm coming back, I know. Yeah, I'll keep updating you guys. I can't wait to see my body in 2034. I think I'll even be a healthier and stronger version of myself. Yeah.